molten lava.
It looks like they just fucking jumped.
It does look like that, but we know better that looks can be deceiving.
I'm glad that they actually had like the impossibly bright flash and explosion that would come from that. Because if they just had like the body melting like it's lava, like that would just take me out of it a little bit. Because I know for a fact that if anything organic, especially that big, went into that much molten metal, that whole place would go up.
I'm not too familiar with like. Do you know why it like explodes like that?
Because it's like anything that hot would react to anything like remotely flammable even more violently than it would like normally.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not a physicist. I don't know exactly why, but like basically that metal is like impossibly hot. Like you can't even imagine how hot that is. If you felt anything even close to that heat, you would be cooked from the inside out.
Is that like one of those like it's so hot like even being near it will probably like set you on fire kind of things?
Yeah, metal workers have to wear a ton of protection
Terrifying.
because like it, it can melt right through your flesh.
There we go. Okay.
The latest Chainsaw Man chapter is driving me insane.
Why would it do to you?
What does that mean? Why is the Statue of Liberty there?
Wait, did it like appear somewhere it's not supposed to be?
No, like they're fighting in Japan right now, and then one of the people who's fighting like moves her arm in a certain way, and the Statue of Liberty cracks. What does that mean?
That is a pretty intimidating fucking thing to say.
Like they're in Japan. They're nowhere near the Statue of Liberty.
Alright, let me get my last. Oop. Alright, I think we're good to go now. I have to share my screen actually. That's the big one. Yeah, so I think we're going to just hop back into it, into the haunted furnace. We just got here to. Our like shipmaster knew this person, I believe.
Yeah, our super cool ship guy was like, I got a buddy who has a weird murder investigation going on. Go detect boy.
I've seen this before.
Is he our Skips?
I hope so. I hope
You
he
beat
just.
the hammer.
Dude, it's the hammer. Yeah, so I'm curious. I'm hoping the audio is not going to sound too bad because I have it set up so, like when I was playing Disco Elysium, I had it set so whenever I talk, the desktop audio gets lower, but that includes you as well. I guess we're not talking over each other, so it shouldn't be that bad, but it should be okay.
It should be fine.
Yeah. All right. Let's hop in. Hello, are you metal?
I am still a little hungry, so if I mute myself, that's because I'm making like nang nang noises.
Yeah. Oh, so I hear a bit of a buzzing in your background. If you're able, I know it's probably your
That's
AC.
probably my air conditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can turn it off.
You don't need to turn it off. Just if I don't know if you can like adjust the.
It's not hot out right now. It's just that when I'm gone, I leave the door open at the top of the stairs, and all the heat in the house like vents up to my room. So I usually turn the air conditioning on for like 5 minutes when I get home, just to vent all the hot air out. So I could go turn it off.
If you want to keep it on, I won't mind. It's up to you. What if it's making you more comfortable? If there's any
It's
way,
not
I
a big
guess.
deal. If it gets hot again, I can turn it back on. I'll turn it off.
I like the look of this man. He looks very professional, Mr. Deputy Administrator. It's a good last name. Very Chinese.
Very wise.
Yeah. Administrator is a very Chinese last name.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Depp is not very Asian, though. Lee I.
Or is he Lee the First? Is he already declaring that he's making more Lees? Is this like
We
the
got
scene?
more Lees cooking.
Is this like the scene where like they showed Obi-Wan all the clones? Like this is this the Lee factory?
Yeah, this is oh shit, what's his name? Boba Fett.
Yeah, this is Boba Fett. He's like
No,
he's the progenitor.
it was Jango Fett, excuse
Oh,
me.
you're right. Jango's a
This is his
stupid
dad.
name. That's such a dumb name. I guess you can be
Uh,
Lee the First.
I am Lee the First, the deputy administrator of the Henyang Ironworks. I know your shipman.
I'm Shen Chengping. This is my assistant, Afu.
I'm a foo.
Hi. We got a fact already. Let's see. In the newly established government offices represent that guy's so he's like hiding marbles in his mouth.
He looks like he's trying not to smile. I like it. I like the energy of this picture.
If he smiles, he gets beheaded in that room at that official photo. In the newly established,
Flogged for the rest of his life.
beaten to a pulp. A representative organization at the end of the Jing Dynasty, the deputy administrator refers to the assistant director of the organization and is an official title. The executive director is usually called the administrator or general manager. For example, when preparations for the construction of the Hanyang Ironworks began, Kai Ziyong was appointed as the administrator, and Zhao Weiqing, along with Zhu Jinyin, were appointed as deputy administrators. They were in charge of machinery purchases, site selection, iron mining, coal mining, and other affairs in the ironworks. It's about like
So these guys don't just process steel; they mine iron and coal too. They're doing the whole process here.
I'd imagine so, right? I mean, with as big as China is, I'd hope there'd be some metal available to them. Please tell me the course of events of this incident, Your Honor. Your Honor.
I think that's just a general term of. I think they explained that in the first case. That's just a general term of like respect. This morning, Foreman Ting accidentally fell into the ladle and caused an explosion. That doesn't look like an accident. It looks like he just fully leaned into
He's
it.
Kratosing right now. He's fucking just diving in.
Ares! It sounds like an accident. Was something wrong?
That's not me.
When Foreman Ting fell into the ladle, 2 workers witnessed the entire process. They both claimed that Foreman Ting appeared out of thin air at the second floor furnace area.
What?
Appeared out of thin air? That's right. No one saw him go up, but in the blink of an eye, he was just standing there. It caused mass panic because rumors of ghosts are beginning to spread among the workers. Wait, this was after the accident?
That's... No, I think like they're saying before he fell in, he just appeared up there, even though no one saw him go up. That is indeed particularly odd.
So I called my boat friend, and he said he's got 2 weird little goblins on his boat right now.
Fuck the local guard or anything like that. I called boat. Couldn't have been even that easy. I had to have sent like people out to like hail down the boat to get him.
I mean, when a shipmaster buddy of yours tells you, "Hey, I have these 2 little freaks that investigate crimes,"
I got 2 little goblins I can let loose on you if you want.
Like, you're gonna take advantage of that if you can. The situation is getting out of control. Any more delay could cause more troubles to arise. I hope you can uncover the truth today so that we can calm the workers and resume production. Oh, he just wants to get back on schedule.
I imagine so. He's the fucking site manager.
Don't worry and leave it to us, Mr. Deputy Administrator. Shen is a professional. Not me, though.
Me, I'm gonna break this whole thing.
I'm gonna drink the metal.
Shen, you solved the case. Oh.
Delicious. Thank you for your troubles. Huh? I, I don't think that's what.
No more things. Energy.
Give me your trouble. I still have matters to attend to, so please excuse me.
Huh?
I didn't get to ask him what the exact rumors were yet.
We should go to the site of the incident first to take a look. Whoa, Jesus Christ.
This is a cool environment.
Fucking dwarf beat.
I mean, that's what I would expect an Ironworks theme to sound like.
This is like the Home Depot, like, fantasy theme.
It is. It's the slowed down Home Depot. Molten steel is flowing out from the outlet. What a grand sight.
Look, Shed, lava! Wait, what are you doing here?
Yeah, what the hell? I guess they heard about the body? But, like, there wouldn't be much to autopsy.
There also wouldn't be, like, any time for her to get here. We were, like, on a boat going in this direction to begin with.
Auntie, you're here as well. The official said something terrible happened here and asked me to come and examine the body. But there's not a body. I rushed over here the second I arrived. I haven't even had the time to eat lunch yet. But Auntie, can you still examine the body after it fell into a furnace?
That's what I'm saying. That's what we're saying.
Oh shit! I didn't think of that.
My coronary fucking expertise didn't account for getting absolutely exploded.
What's there to examine? He's all ashes now.
Is there like some sort of? Hold on, let me just turn this down a little bit.
He just looks at the ashes like, yep, he's dead.
Well, I've done all I can. I feel like is someone trying to like take advantage of her again somehow? Because I feel like there's no reason she should have been called out here. Something I worry for Auntie Vu. I worry what the writers will do to her.
You think somebody else set her up? No.
I think people are like trying to punk her.
Huh.
Did you read this one, sir?
Yeah, I did. He's all ashes now. He's dead. I don't have any godlike abilities to help me distinguish a corpse from a slag.
Whoa, slab?
Slag? Did you just jump into that furnace?
God damn, why?
Yeah, even if Auntie was the reincarnation of Song-Chi, I'm gonna pretend I know who that is. It's still impossible.
Oh, there he is, Evan.
He looks very wise. He just pokes his head in. I heard you.
Thank you, Wafu. You will survive the winter.
You will be the last to go.
What?
At least you get the point, unlike them. Like, how does somebody form that thought in their head of like, oh, somebody got absolutely disintegrated by molten steel. Let's call the autopsy lady.
She could give some insight into it. I went to the wrong one. Where is he? There he is. Song-Chi was a government official and forensic medical scientist from the Southern Song Dynasty. He dedicated his life working in criminal court and accumulated a remarkable amount of expertise in forensic identification. In his later years, he wrote the book called Collected Cases of Injustice Rectified, the oldest known monumental work on forensic science, more than 300 years earlier than when relevant works began to appear in Europe. God damn. Okay, so
he's the first Mr. Forensic.
Look at him, he's like a Giga Chad, too.
He is in the pose, isn't he? He's got that jawline.
Dude decided all the way back then, it's like, hey, I could do more here. That's actually kind of crazy.
We can do better. So it seems like you two are overseeing this matter as well.
That is...
How did I get here?
Where am I? That is correct. Antivu, do you have any information on the case?
The deceased is called Ting Tai Fang. He was 45 years old and the foreman at the factory floor.
A foreman?
He was the foreman. There are lots of rumors about the cause of this incident, but most of them can't be taken seriously. Auntie, you heard the rumors too? Come on, tell me. You little rascal, why are you always so interested in chasing shadows? Without an autopsy, it'll be even more difficult to uncover the truth. You're right, Auntie. He fell from the second floor, so you should go there. No need to waste your time here. What the hell are you doing here? Get up there.
Run! Auntie Vu, is the corpse mixed with the slag?
Still thinking about an autopsy? If you could separate them, I'll examine the body for you.
It seems that we'll not be able to obtain any clues from the corpse this time. What if he's like, what if it's like a fucking puzzle mini game somehow?
Yeah, what if there's just like a clearly indented like body in there? Why is this area blocked off by ropes?
Someone is protecting the scene by using the ropes as a boundary line.
Such a careful and professional arrangement must have been the work of Auntie Vu.
I hope not. Stop glazing me!
Stop kissing my ass! It was already like this when I got here. Huh? Who could it have been?
Probably the...
I don't know, somebody else who uses rope?
This is ladle number 2, the ladle that the foreman fell into.
The ladles are 2 meters tall and can hold up to 30 tons of molten steel at a time. Shen, we'll reach the site of the incident when we go up from here.
Hopefully all the crucial evidence will still be there. I don't know what crucial evidence you're hoping to find. Well, up we go. Afu, what's the matter?
Look, there are scorch marks all over the stairs. The explosion was caused by the incident. Even the stairs were affected. The splash range of the explosion must have been quite wide.
This means that no one could approach these stairs for quite a while even after the explosion. Yeah, I wouldn't be getting anywhere near the fucking lava. Is this? Fu, is this lever used to open the molten steel outlet?
That's right. This is a very thoughtful design.
The design is very human.
It's got a big old 2 on it.
Oh yeah, look at that. How is that so?
Look, this lever is really strong. You have to stand here to open the outlet shutter.
Is it designed in this way to prevent workers from getting burned?
That's right. The molten steel in the furnace can reach a temperature of staggering 1600 Celsius.
Oh.
Yeah. Once the shutter is open, the temperature close by rises rapidly. Let me just Fahrenheit that real quick.
Yeah, let's get an accurate number on that. Let's get a real number on that.
That is 2,912 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, that's fine. That's just summer.
We lit those.
Yeah.
Uh, it's much safer to open the furnace from such a distance.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Afu, are these big crane hooks used to transport the ladle?
Yep. These are the crane hooks of the bridge crane. It can lift up to 50 tons of load.
How much load? You jump in there.
Demonstrate for me what the explosion would look like, Afu.
Afu, for the sake of this case, I must go.
He like swan dives in.
We need to recreate it perfectly. Afu, he just dives into the lava.
Shen, be careful with the molten steel up ahead.
No, I was gonna just step in it, Afu. You mean watch out for the lava?
Let's just take a quick dip. Shen, this is the charging area behind the furnaces.
God, I would hate to be the
When
person
something gets...
who like tested out the innovations for blast furnaces and molten steel and shit. Like, cause how many people had to die before you're like, okay, we got something that kind of works now?
Yeah. And like, these are very basic safety measures. I'm sure it's a lot safer these days.
Yeah, I mean, like, imagine like back then, like someone had to be the first person to discover if you get too close to it, you just die instantly.
Well, I think if something's that hot, you can make that assumption. I don't think somebody probably did die.
Well, I mean, back in the day, I feel like
somebody had to.
I feel like it'd be a safe assumption without knowing a whole lot. It's like, oh, as long as I don't touch that, I'm a-okay. But you don't even need to, you know what I mean? Like, people probably assume I'm not touching it, I'm okay.
What was I gonna say? If you probably wouldn't even like feel it if you fell into that. You would die so quickly that your nervous system probably wouldn't be able to process it.
Yeah. You'd probably just like melt on the spot.
And even if you did have time to feel pain, I don't think your brain would be able to process that much pain at once.
Yeah, that like the instant of impact would probably like make your brain just explode with nerves, with like sensation.
Shen, this is the charging area behind the furnaces. The workers here working here should probably know something, right?
Maybe. I mean, that guy's just digging. Look at him go. This thing's not even on, and he's just going for it.
Why do the older guys in this just look so cool? Like they all look tired, but like kick ass.
You're like the one like Twitter post that like dude, look at this like Japanese homeless guy is such an aesthetic. He looks like he's straight out of anime. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, man, that old man shoveling coal into a death machine is, oh, he's just so cool.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, no, he looks cool as fuck. I can't even deny.
Yeah, he's got the same energy that the ship guy did. And Uncle Wang.
Uncle Magic.
Uncle Wang. Who's your favorite uncle?
Uncle Magic!
I finally get to see an autoloader with my own eyes. This guy's such a nerd. Imagine going like on a tour of a steel foundry and just being like, boy, oh boy, an autoloader.
Look at that, it's an autoloader. Someone died.
So this is what the structure of a crown block is like.
Oh, we get a crown block, also known as a bridge crane, is a type of hoisting equipment installed above workshops or warehouses to lift heavy objects. The structure of a crown block is similar to a cable car. However, what moves along the cableway of the crown block is not a carriage full of passengers, but a trolley connected to a lifting device. When the crown block is operating, the workers are able to control the trolley's movements in the control room and use lifting device to transport the goods.
So it's a remotely controlled, like, rail that moves things that are very heavy.
Yeah, we still have those to this day. I'm surprised they got that working all the way back then. I guess it's not too complicated of a concept.
Yeah, this was post-industrial revolution, I think. If we have steel, we have like factories.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's about right. Molten steel is coming out from there, and it's scalding hot. We better not go over there.
Okay. Oh, I should probably consider this.
Huh.
The deputy
I thought you
administrator...
interacted with that guy, and it sent us into our mind palace.
That he just, like, he took me? The deputy administrator claims that the workers saw Ting appear suddenly on the second floor. Then in front of the witnesses, he fell from the second floor furnace area into the ladle. The deputy administrator claims that the workers saw Ting appear suddenly on the second floor. Yeah, it is an oddity. Alright, Mr. Man. Mister, I'm Shen Chengping. I was entrusted to investigate the foreman Ting's falling incident. Could I have a moment of your time? Dude, look at him!
Don't call me mister, I ain't used to that. I'm just a furnace charger. My name is Li Chenhai. You can call me Old Li.
Oh, he's got a nickname too?
He's got a pipe with a little bag on it. He's probably got opium in that bag.
That's his favorite snack. That's what when they call for lunch, he just does a line of opium.
Yum, yum, yum.
Miss, Old Lee, what are you mainly responsible for? Too much.
I'm responsible for the death of the foreman.
A good 10 years ago, I killed 3 people in Beijing.
They still haven't found the bodies.
I won. I killed your brother.
Well, you got me. I killed your brother. What?
It's me. I'm the murderer on the Yangtze.
I'm Mr. Yangtze. That's my name.
I yanged your brother.
And I'm going to see you.
See you in hell.
I am responsible for charging the furnace. I'm also in charge of opening and closing the outlet.
Does charging the furnace mean to add fuel to the furnace?
Yes, idiot. Oh, never mind.
Oh, no, now you're the fool.
Yeah, not fuel, but bulk materials. If you want steel to be of high purity, you need to add bulk material every now and then.
Are there any other workers on the second floor platform?
There are a few helpers, but last night was just a trial production. I didn't ask them to come. It takes 4 hours to purify steel on a furnace, so it's enough for me to handle alone. You don't look so well, Old Lee. Have you rested? Not in 20 years. I just pulled an all-nighter and was going to rest today, but then the incident happened. Those punks don't have the guts to work, so they're just grabbing onto me and draining me dry. Hey, yo!
Oh, whoa.
What kind of foundry is this?
Old Lee, he's fucking slinging. Giving them some bulk material.
He's bulking my materials, alright. Once Shen gets to the bottom of this, you'll be able to take a break. Take a break? That's just like looking forward to seeing the moon on New Year's Eve. What? Don't count on it.
What are you gonna do to the moon?
I take the moon.
And I took your son. What kind of person was Foreman Ting?
He's a stubborn, one-track-minded guy who's not so popular. He's so obsessed with steel technology that he'd even forget to pay our wages. Oh, forget. I'm sure that's the excuse he used.
Oops.
Ever since he started worshipping the gods, he became even less human.
What?
That's a sentence. He's becoming something else.
He's becoming further beyond. Is he conferring with the old ones? Is he a warlock now?
He even provoked... Provoked what? Are we getting Scooby-Dooed? Is this guy about to tell us that a ghost killed him?
Woo.
Never mind. There's no point in talking about this since he's already dead.
Well, that's why we gotta talk about it. Now, tell me about the worshipping. Old Lee, please tell us more about the foreman worshipping the gods. We need to have a comprehensive understanding of him.
You also think his death is related to that statue? What statue?
What statue?
Never mind.
What statue?
He must have been possessed to provoke that sort of thing. They all say it's easy to invite a god, but hard to send one away.
Love to see him. Hate to see him leave. Love to watch him go.
God's got a fat ass.
Yeah, we go into his fucking office and there's just like a giant Miku statue made of jade.
He's like, what was the Yakuza from the Somnium Files?
Oh, Momo? He's got like the fucking e-girl statue in his apartment.
Yeah. I loved Momo. He was so funny.
He was a real one.
He would be like so... he was a Yakuza character for sure. Like, I wouldn't be surprised at all if there was a character like that. It was just like a tough gangster most of the time, and then the second you bring up like his favorite idol, he's like, oh! What did we have to do? We had to like get him a handshake with
Iris, yeah.
With Iris. And then he would, like, cooperate with the case.
Yeah, that was pretty much it, yeah. He saves you in the true timeline.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. He sticks his neck out for you because you got him to handshake with his, like, favorite celebrity. But he put his life on the line. That's insane. If you neglect them, you could be possessed by an evil spirit, or worse, you may get killed. Old Lee, you still haven't told us what Foreman Ting was worshipping, though. Can you just spit it out, please?
No.
No, I just can't. It's unspeakable. You're the one who brought it up. I advise you both to stay far away from the shrine in the office. Oh, okay. Don't mind if I do. A shrine in the office? You start wiggling her fingers.
Floating towards the office with a smoke trail. Were you working here when the incident occurred?
I've been busy working here since last night. After pulling an all-nighter, the molten steel in furnace number 1 was finally ready. Once the ladle was filled, I checked the quality of the molten steel and closed outlet number 1. After that, I came back, started the auto-loader, and started preparing for the next batch. I was shoveling materials into Furnace 1 and suddenly heard a boom. I saw Furnace 2 emitting smoke, the molten steel splashed everywhere, and the railings on fire. I thought it was a furnace explosion, but it wasn't. Someone opened the outlet in advance.
How could you be sure that someone else had opened it?
The lever was in the buckle, so someone must have done it. Is it possible that you opened it yourself, but then forgot about it? What do you think, I'm some kind of idiot?
Don't make fun of me.
No way, I couldn't have opened up Furnace 2 after I just finished working on Furnace number 1. After I finish work on Furnace 1, it takes 1 hour to begin work on Furnace 2. Is this why you think Foreman Teng pulled the lever himself? I don't know, but it could only have been him, right?
Throughout the process, did you see Foreman Ting?
Nope, I didn't see him at all. Actually, I only knew what happened after I heard old Chow and the others talking about the incident.
You got old Chow?
Wasn't old Chow one of the workers who witnessed the incident? How do you know that? Nobody told you that. Yeah, I heard him say that Ting appeared next to the molten steel outlet out of thin air. Everyone's guessing it was the 5 ghosts teleportation magic. What the hell?
I thought we were dealing with one ghost. There's 5 of them?
We are getting Scooby-Dooed.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo and the 13 ghosts.
Of Hackett's Quarry. This is... Hold on, this isn't Hackett's Quarry. This is, like... What's the name of the foundry?
Fuck, I forget. I forget the name.
We gotta fight the hag.
There's an iron hag in here?
Yeah. All in all, it's strange business, I tell you. Ask all you want, gives me time to rest a bit.
No more things.
Oh. No more resting. Huh? Why is this door locked? That door is for the transportation of minerals and elevators on the other side. This door is usually locked and only opens when we're transporting minerals. When was the last time minerals were transported up here? Let me think. It would have been 2 days ago.
Alright.
Shen, old Lee said he didn't see Ting. Could it be that Foreman Ting was deliberately avoiding him?
That is possible.
Even so, why would Foreman Ting do that?
We know very little about the deceased at the moment, so it's a bit too soon to judge. We also cannot rule out the possibility that old Lee is withholding information from us.
Shen, let's go and interview the workers in the iron work. Old Lee said that Foreman Ting's death is related to the shrine in the office. I wonder what the shrine actually looks like.
Well, we'll know once we go to the office and see for ourselves. Oh, look at this material heap. Is this fuel that is piled up here?
This is bulk material, mostly lime and fluoride and the sort.
Lime? So...
Limestone.
Oh, okay. Just a bunch of limes in a... just like they had a little tang to the metal. So you need lime to make steel. Oh, delicious.
Yep, bulk materials are used to separate impurities from the molten steel.
Is that what the full name? I thought tarp was just what you call them. Is the full word for it tarpaulin?
I have no idea. Oh, let's go to Google. Huh? How come there's a big sheet of tarpaulin here? So they kept steel scraps prepared for smeltings piled underneath here. It's well protected. Yep. It's the full word for tarpaulin.
Oh, well, you learn something every day. Can steel scraps...
Actually, no, they are 2 separate things. Tarp is usually lighter and nut coated, while tarpaulin is heavier and often made from canvas or another thick material that's been treated with a waterproof coating.
And some people were really anal about the distinction between the two. No, this isn't tarp. This isn't tarpaulin. This is weak, stupid, ugly tarp.
Though people still call tarpaulin tarp for short.
These steel scraps are already quite rusty.
That's the advantage of the open hearth process. Steel scraps can be used as raw materials.
Oh. Again, another fact.
So they're not going from iron ore, they're going from reused steel. Huh.
Oh, is that not everything? I thought I got everything. Oh, something new, anti-Vu?
Don't talk to me.
I can't see you. Oh, ladle number 1.
Slag is overflowing from the ladle.
So, this is how slag is discharged from the ladle.
Slag is mainly composed of oxides of silicon, phosphorus, calcium, sulfur, and other elements. It's like the runoff. It's what you separate from the iron so you can make steel.
Did he dive into the slag or the proper furnace?
I think it was the slag, because they keep talking about.
Yeah.
They gotta separate him from the slag.
Hey, slag.
Did you just jump from the buzzard's nest?
Did you just jump to your certain death? It
will float on the surface of the molten steel due to temperature differences. It's like skimming the top of a like boiling soup.
Mm.
Get the stuff you don't want out of there. Let me think of a simpler way to explain this to you, Jen, because you're so stupid.
You're so stupid and ugly.
Slag is like the oil and pepper floating on top of a red oil hot pot. Thank you. It's like the skimming the top of a soup.
Delicious.
When the ladle is almost full of molten steel, the slag will naturally flow into the slag tank.
Afu, that was very imaginative metaphor.
I'm
He's hungry. Someone seems to be hungry.
Is somebody hungry? He who is iron becomes steel after rice. Missing out on a meal will never feel nice.
Damn, he's got bars. I didn't know he was cool like that.
He just pulled that out off the top of his head, off the dome. I didn't even taste the sweet, delicious sesame cake just so I could accompany you.
Would you like to try out the molten steel hot pot in front of you?
He's gonna drink the steel.
He's so hungry.
Shen, let's continue investigating this case.
I got knowledge. Slag. Slag refers to the material generated during the smelting process that floats above the metal surface, usually composed of a mixture of metal oxides and sulfides. Conventionally, the state of the slag will be affected by the temperature as well as the content of the metallic oxides. At tapping temperature, slag is nearly in a liquid state. When the temperature drops to about 1200 degrees Celsius, slag is basically in a solid state. Slag actually plays an important role in the practical steel-making process, as there's even a saying that says only when slag is refined can steel be refined.
Slag is the word that they use in place of fuck in Batman Beyond.
You're slagging me!
Right. Yeah, they say like, slag it, and like, these slagging jokers.
You're slagging my shit!
She's slagging on my steel.
I'm looking at the beautiful scenery.
I'm not sure why, but no matter how many times I look at this, the scenery always excites me. That's a strange choice of words.
Perhaps it's because it carries the dreams of many who wish to industrialize China.
Industrialization makes me hard.
I bet it would.
Yeah, from learning from foreigners to learning from experience, still a long way to go. Let's hurry on back. After we're done with investigations, I want to take a good look at the machinery here.
Come along, then. I wonder how they met. Oh,
I was just thinking about that. Yeah. Ooh. Shen, can you smell that? There's a yummy scent of sesame cake in the air. I was about
I
to say
smell
there's a yummy
something.
scent of steel. Yum yum yum. I heard that sesame cake in Hanyang is especially delicious, as well as many other delicacies. Dude's hungry again.
Let him eat.
I'm feeling hungry all of a sudden.
You're dead to me. Who's got food?
Who's got them sesame cakes? Who's caked up?
Can't go that way yet. Where's the food hiding? We hungry.
No more.
Did I investigate everything properly? Thought I got everything up here. Oh no, I didn't get the... This is where Foreman Ting's falling accident took place. You're able to see the whole... You're able to see the workers in the opposite metal casting area from here.
You can also see the ladle directly below. It's ginormous, like a well. When the incident happened, the well was filled with red-hot molten steel. Sure looks like the entrance to hell.
No, this is the entrance to leading to the truth. that was a sloppy sentence. That was a... No, this is good.
Hey, why don't you jump in then?
Farewell. Goodbye.
You just hear a deafening clang as he hits the bottom. He just fucking brains his head. Shen, let's begin investigating.
We haven't been investigating this whole time? Let's see. Look at this. This is the ladle that Foreman Ting fell into. It is now empty.
It's woefully tingless.
Not even a hint of ting.
There's nothing there.
I push you in. Kills you.
Where did the molten steel go? I got hungry.
They brought in their hungriest workers. Perhaps the workers may know more about this.
This is the 20 tons of molten steel shaped bulge in my stomach.
I wonder, yeah, I do wonder how they go about getting rid of that.
Well, I mean, he turned into, like, slag, so they would probably just refire it.
Yeah.
And separate the him from the steel.
He's just become slag now. A section of the railing next to the molten steel outlet is missing.
You're right. Judging from the structure, there should be a movable crossbar here.
Why would it need to
Somebody
be movable?
moved the crossbar. Just in case you need to get in there when there's not steel in there to clean it or something.
Hey, there you go.
This design makes it more convenient to clean the molten steel outlet. But where did the crossbar go? Could it be that it fell into the ladle?
The detail is quite suspicious.
Yeah, he is clearly, like, standing there in the flashback.
Yeah.
Although there are scorch marks on the molten steel outlet shutter, it's still intact. It seems like the furnace explosion accident didn't occur at this time. So the explosion did not come from inside the furnace. We already knew that.
There are scorch marks all over the railings. Foreman Ting's fall caused an explosion. Although quite a few people have mentioned the sound of an explosion on site, could it be possible that the explosion occurred first, then Ting fell into the molten steel after?
The human body contains a lot of water. When he just finishes the thought there.
He just
when
moves
the
on.
water when the water meets molten steel, it will vaporize and its volume will expand 1,000 times.
Okay, so that's what the boom is.
So if a person were to fall into molten steel, it's bound to cause an explosion.
Then, if the explosion occurred first and Ting fell after, there would have been 2 explosions. However, the workers only saw 1 explosion. Must have been caused by Ting's fall.
Or, hear me out on this.
Alright, let's hear the game theory.
Faked his death.
That is a good point. No one can actually prove.
We can't prove that he fell in, and there was only 1 explosion. So he poured in something else that would have caused an explosion, and made it look like he fell in to fake his death.
Yeah. The only problem I see with that is just that he was so close to it, and the explosion happened right after. He'd have to have a really good escape strategy once he fell, right? Or however he faked it. You know what I mean?
Maybe it wasn't really him. Maybe it was just a doll that looked like him or something.
Maybe.
Shen, this is the molten steel basin. Once the shutter is open, molten steel of 1600 degrees Celsius flows through here into the ladle. When that happens, the temperature close by will be extremely hot.
It is weird that he was standing there then, when while the lava was going.
Yeah.
That rice cake?
Holy shit, he was drugged.
This was also part of fucking Lope's crime.
Lope was been here. These are his rice cakes.
He did it again. How did you even do that?
Shin, there's some grayish white powder underneath the railing. It's opium.
Oh, don't sniff it, Afu.
Upon closer re-examination, these are small particles that have a lingering, pungent smell.
Upon close examination, this shit stank.
Yeah, upon sniffing, this stinks.
Huh. Afu, do you know what this is?
I can't think of anything right now, but this must be residue of something that was burnt.
Oh, my mind palace.
Shen, could it be that someone orchestrated this accident?
You mean someone deliberately loosened the railing? When Foreman Ting leaned upon it, the railing came off and fell into the ladle, along with him.
Exactly.
Well, that does seem practicable. Practicable? That seems possible. However...
I don't know if that's a word. It certainly could be.
How did that person convince Ting to lean against the railing after the shutter was opened?
Yes, when the shutter was open, the area nearby was very hot. The railings were scalding too.
No hurry to conclude. We should investigate all the places that can be looked into first.
Yep, practicable is a real word. As you can imagine, it means able to be put into practice. Shen, the railings on both sides of Outlet 1 are movable. It has the same design as Outlet 2.
Good to know. Let me talk to that old man again. Let me bully him a little bit.
Why do you think the ghosts did it? Ooh, we're the 5 ghosts.
It's me, I'm the demon. No, I can't talk to him anymore. Where am I going, man? To see that tarpaulin again? Respect you.
This place is called the Hassan Foundry, right?
I believe so.
This is the Hag of Hassan Foundry.
Maybe Hassan on my shit. Alright, let's get back to the first floor.
We gotta find the dog man before we resolve the crime.
Oh, are we allowed to go further now? Thank you. He mentioned he smelled like food somewhere. Does someone... Anti-food, you have food? Are you holding out on us? No.
I like how she's still over there going, "Why am I here?"
What am I doing here?
What's he handing out? People are getting paid?
After something like this, our wages are being paid early. Supervisor Ho, how about...
Ah, woo, keep your mouth shut. Just take the money and go.
Don't ruin this.
Do not blow this for us.
I don't think I've seen this young man before.
We're not here to get paid. We're here to investigate the case. So we are here to get paid, but for something else.
For different reasons.
Ho Hussein, this is Mr. Shen and his assistant Afu. They are here to investigate the matter of Foreman Ting's falling incident.
Oh, I see. It's a pleasure to meet you. I thought he dapped me up for a second.
Come here, Slime.
Bring it in.
Big dog? I almost forgot this important matter. Ho Hussein, please make a deposit for Mr. Shen. We are here to get paid.
Damn. Your Honor, I cannot accept this for nothing.
Mr. Shen, I will reward you properly after you find out exactly what happened. We were...
Well, you need not refuse, Mr. Shen. The sooner everything is clear, the less damage the ironworks will have to sustain.
It seems that if we don't accept the money, Mr. Deputy Administrator can't be at ease.
Fuck, take the money. Well...
Alright.
Alright.
I mean, that's a, like, accepting favors is a big thing in a lot of Asian countries.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a thing in Japan where it's customary when somebody offers you something, like, as a gift, that you refuse it 3 times. It's, like, considered polite to refuse it 3 times, and if they insist a 4th time, then you accept.
Really? I love those little, like, culture things. Those little culture rules in different countries. The roar of these machines are deafening.
This is the sound of the industry's heartbeat.
You're such a nerd.
I mean, like, you've shown this guy's essentially an artificer. If like you took Schadenfreude to a steel foundry, he'd probably lose his mind too.
Oh my god, Crydale, do you see that? That's the biggly diggly.
I wonder if they'll let me make a gun with this steel.
Down. What are your duties, Mr. Ho? I'm the supervisor of funds. All things related to money here fall under my responsibility. Such as bookkeeping, managing bills, as well as the purchasing of goods and materials. If Columbo's taught me anything, you're the guy. You're the most suspicious guy here. Then.
One more thing, he's been laundering money.
Mm-hmm.
And paying wages.
You're a smart cookie, young boy, but I'm not the one who's in charge of paying the wages. Usually the workers' wages are paid by the foreman directly, but, you know, he's a little bit indisposed.
He's slag.
He's a little bit slag. He's slagging off right now.
He's slacking his shit.
I just heard from the workers that the wages for this month are being paid earlier than usual. Indeed, Mr. Lee has instructed me to do so, hoping that this will calm everyone down. I know you guys just saw a dude explode in the fucking at work, but like here's your not more money, but here's just it earlier.
There are certainly more graphic ways to witness somebody die. They just kind of like.
I guess he didn't really.
He was there 1 second and then he like apparated the next. He just didn't exist.
That's fair. I guess they didn't really like witness anything. You two probably don't know that Simeon's Martin furnace is this incident in this incident was very expensive. After the incident, people on the factory floor were terrified, causing production to stagnate. For each day the furnace is not in operation, thousands of silver coins will be lost.
No wonder Mr. Deputy Administrator seemed so anxious.
Yeah, it makes me think he has no reason to want to do a crime like this. How was your relationship with Foreman Ting, Mr. Ho? My daily work intersected with Foreman Ting's, so I guess we were quite familiar.
I think this might be a Scooby-Doo moment. I think somebody with a grudge against the Foundry wanted this to happen.
Like an old man Nevercracker came over here and made the Hag of Hackett's quarry, pushed him into the molten lava.
I don't think
That was a good noise.
the goal was to kill the guy. I think like he was just a collateral. I think the goal was to stop production. What kind of person was Foreman Ting?
Well, he treated people rather harshly, so he's not very popular among the workers. However, I know that he was just too obsessed with studying metallurgy.
Obsessed with what he loved. I totally get him.
He's just like me.
I'm Slag too. I wish I was Slag.
I heard he had a habit of worshipping a statue. Do you know when it started, Mr. Ho? If you're asking about the statue, it's a long story. The quality of our steel products was not stable, so we didn't have a steady flow of funds. Mr. Sheng imported a German Siemens Martin furnace and ordered Mr. Lee to improve quality. Let me learn more about that. The Simeon Martin furnace, also known as an open hearth furnace, is a steelmaking furnace named after the inventors Carl Wilhelm Siemens and Pierre-Emile Martin. The open hearth process was developed to enable the use of any proportion of pig iron and steel scraps as furnace charge to produce various high-quality grades of steel, greatly reducing production costs. However, the disadvantage of the open hearth process were evident. The average operation took too long and the energy consumption was high. As a result, it was replaced by more advanced steelmaking tools by 1970. A lot of good run from the sound
but the
of
fact
it.
that it was like, yeah, it was the foremost method for 60 years. That's pretty good.
Must have been doing something right. We thought the problem would be solved, but our steel rails have quality defects. Mr. Lee placed the burden into Foreman Ting. Ting made a pledge promising he would get the job done.
You think he just got too stressed and killed himself?
Fuck this shit. I like the idea. It's like, hey, we're gonna have a little bit of extra workload. You think you can handle that? And the dude's like, Beelzebub, take my soul. They fucking instantly made a shrine in his office.
Ares!
Make that steel cook.
Grant me steel and my life is yours. So that's when Foreman Ting became worshipping the gods?
That statue was originally acquired by Mr. Lee. It was meant to be a symbol of luck. Who would have thought that Foreman Ting would become obsessed with worshipping the gods? Interesting. Let's see. Tell me about this god.
There's gotta be something more to this statue. There was a reason that he was spending so much time with it beyond worshipping.
Gan Jiang and Mo Yi were a famous swordsmith couple from the spring and autumn period, known for forging two sharp swords named after themselves. Over 1,000 years, many legends have evolved around them. In the spring and autumn annals of Wu and Yu, when Gan Jiang was commissioned by King Helu of Wu to forge a sword and encountered the problem of the metal not melting, he was at a loss. Mo Ye mentioned, for divine objects to transform, they require human involvement. Recalling his master, Oyezi, who once sacrificed himself to the furnace when facing the same issue, resulting in a successful forging, both decided to cut their hair and nails and cast them into the furnace, thereby crafting two divine weapons. Okay.
I've actually heard of these two. I watched an anime called Kingdom. It's about like the 7 kingdoms that are now China that were warring against each other.
Mm-hmm.
and they actually mentioned these too. One of the like generals in the battle was like, "I have a sword made by these two," and everyone was like, "Holy shit!"
We're gonna die. But
It was like China's Excalibur. It was like slicing through guys like a hot knife through butter.
Well, I guess I imagine this legend is what inspired this case to begin with. I mean, the whole like throwing your body into the furnace kind of thing.
Yeah. He was, "This will make better steel. You're welcome." And he just
This-
dives in.
This is my ladle. It was made for me. He often closed himself off inside the office all day long.
He just made like a man-shaped cast.
You just see they pull out the slag and there's a perfect cast of his butt cheeks just hanging out.
This is the finest steel we've ever seen.
He became unusually thin and pale with a withered face, and he kept on mumbling strange things. Maybe he was just on opium.
Maybe.
What did he say? I don't quite remember. Something about Chinese teachings and Western teachings.
Chinese traditional values for foundation, Western ideology for practical use.
That's it. He said to make steel in Hangyang, do as the ancient Hangyangers do.
We can't say that. Well, I don't get that at all.
I regret that I haven't paid more attention. Otherwise, none of this would have.
You can't blame yourself, and unless, of course, you did it. In
that case, you will be held
you
fully
can blame
responsible.
yourself. You'll be flogged for the rest of your days.
You'll probably get thrown into a different vat of molten iron.
That's the execution method. Well,
No.
get the steel.
Were you present when the incident occurred, Mr. Ho? I was checking inventory and only heard a bang. When I got there, the fire had been put out. I didn't know until after that it was... Mr. Ho, when and where was the last time you saw Foreman Ting? I ran into him yesterday evening, right around here. It was almost payday, so I was busy verifying the account book. I went to double-check workers' attendance with the Foreman Ting, but when I met up with Foreman Ting, he still appeared absent-minded. He didn't respond when I called out to him. He walked into the office and locked himself inside. Everyone knows that he locks the door when he's worshipping the gods. When you saw him yesterday, was there anything else unusual about him? Nothing else, no.
I think he was doing opium.
Makes
He's
the most
been
sense.
thin and gaunt and absent-minded, and whenever he goes into, quote, worship the gods, he locks the door and makes sure nobody else is in there with him.
Hey guys, I'm about to go worship the gods in here. And he's like, he already got,
I'm worshiping
something.
something all right.
He got put like on a stressful deadline too. Oh, I do remember a small detail though. I don't know if it counts. When I ran into him yesterday, he was wearing a headcloth. I've never seen him wear one before.
He doesn't usually wear a headcloth?
He thinks it's stuffy, so he rarely wears one. Interesting. This detail deserves attention.
I wrote it down, Shen. I got it right here.
Interesting. Lee the First.
This incident is a serious matter. If there's anything you want to know, Mr. Shen, just ask.
Mr. Administrator, please tell us more about Foreman Ting.
WWE has a 5 gigabyte update.
Already?
Yeah. And it doesn't even say what the update's about. Foreman Ting began working at this ironworks when it was founded. He learned chemistry and steel making and also spent time in the laboratory. For the past 6 months, he had been transferred to the factory floor to work as a foreman. Although he was sometimes tough and stubborn, he's always been keen on studying steelmaking. Recently, we imported the most advanced Siemens Martin furnace from Germany. Oh, is that why you've been saying it, Simon?
No, I didn't even.
Say
No,
Seaman Martin?
I hadn't even considered that it would be pronounced semen. I thought it was like simian or something.
I think that would be the German pronunciation, yeah. It would probably be like the Zeman, actually.
Zeman.
He had been researching on a new method of open hearth steelmaking. But he hadn't found the knack for it yet, and the quality of the last batch was less than ideal.
I'm surprised you're allowing him to experiment with on official property, you know? I figured that'd be, do what you know is guaranteed to succeed here, and then have something else somewhere else to properly test that.
Well, they could always remelt it, right?
I guess so, yeah. Mr. Lee, I heard that there was something wrong with the quality of the steel rails.
It's hard to explain. I heard that the hardest part of steelmaking is removing the phosphorus. Fragmentation easily appears in steel with high phosphorus content. Was this the type of problem you were facing?
Oh my god!
Seems like a fool knows the ropes. Indeed. Due to some reasons, I kept pouring phosphorus in the steel.
I just don't understand. How is it happening?
The high-quality ores from Dai were transported to Japan. We only got lower-grade ores. The Bessemer converter we originally had can't remove phosphorus effectively. So we spent a large sum of money to import the Siemens Martin furnace from Germany. It really takes the painstaking effort of everyone to make good steel.
Sounds like it. Let's see. The Bessemer converter. The Bessemer converter is a steelmaking furnace named after its inventor, Henry Bessemer. The steelmaking process derived from it is known as the Bessemer process, which laid the foundation of modern steelmaking, workmanship, and marked the evolution of early industrial revolution from the Iron Age to the Steel Age. However, since this craft used acidic materials as furnace walls, it was unable to effectively remove phosphorus, sulfur, and other impurities in steel, so it gradually faded out from history.
So this was the first steel-making furnace?
I guess so, yeah.
Wasn't a very good one.
It did the job, kinda, just not as well as I'd like.
It's only natural that we treat industrial prosperity as our duty.
For the good of iron. Administrator, where were you when the incident occurred?
I was busy entertaining a guest, so I wasn't on the furnace factory floor.
Thank God, and here, let me show you my favorite ladle. This is ladle number 2. Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness! When I got there, the fire had already been put out. Fortunately, no further damage was caused. Although the fire was put out, terrifying rumors began to spread. The workers refused to work. I hope that Mr. Shen is able to uncover the truth as soon as possible.
Well, thank you for the info. Let's ponder.
Shen, does wearing a headcloth even count as being suspicious? Wearing a headcloth in an ironworks not only prevents burns, but also reduces water loss.
People do not make change in habits lightly, not unless there's a particular reason. So it's either someone disguising as him, or he was trying to hide something on his head.
Yeah.
Why did Mr. Lee make us cast these ingots?
Shut up!
Whoa.
Someone's coming. Are these ingots made from the furnace that Foreman Ting fell into? That's right. You gentlemen should stay away from this kind of unlucky thing. It'll be difficult to deal with later on if the molten steel cools down inside the ladle.
Can't imagine so. Well, even so, we can't use these. The blood and bones of Foreman Ting are in here. Just thinking about it gives me the creeps.
The human body is mainly composed of water and carbon. Its density is less than molten steel. If I put you in a steel furnace,
what are you doing, Afu?
his body wouldn't sink into the molten steel, but would float on the surface and flow into the tank. Yeah, that's why they kept saying he's slag. These aren't him.
Yeah.
He got slagged out. So in essence, these are just ordinary steel ingots.
Then, you think his soul could be in these ingots?
I just told you, he floated out into the slag thing. Shut up! It's time to get back to work.
But, Master, I'm afraid the shrine will unleash its powers again. Both
Shut
of you.
up!
Unleash the powers? You just mentioned the shrine unleashing its powers. What did you mean by that? What shrine? You must be deaf. You heard me wrong. Afu?
This whole foundry is gaslighting us.
Molten this man.
Twist his balls.
Slag this man.
Turn him into slag.
Shen and I both heard you. You definitely said it just now. Misters, that shrine, it's taboo. We are entrusted by Mr. Deputy Administrator to investigate the case of the falling incident. If you don't cooperate, you might be convicted of obstruction of justice.
Oh, we saw that fact entry before. That's gonna get you like 50 beatings.
Get the fire stick. Please don't be angry, mister. We'll talk. About a month ago, Awu and Foreman Ting had a little argument. Awu, young and candid, kicked the shrine. A statue fell. He said some words of disrespect.
Oh.
He was very unwise.
Most inauspicious.
And then the shrine unleashed its powers. Ominous, even.
Well, yeah. There was smoke coming out of the shrine, and then there was gunpowder in the air. What? My head started throbbing.
Opium. Yeah, there's opium in that shrine, for sure.
I couldn't breathe, but I wanted to cough. I almost fainted. Does opium smell like gunpowder?
I can't say I've ever had the pleasure, but it would definitely, like, I think that was just like an opium like bong or whatever you would call that.
He was hotboxing his god statue.
Yeah, he was hotboxing with God.
What does opium come in usually?
I don't know. Let me look up opium.
Like it's something you smoke though, right? Like usually.
Yeah, I think it's like a hookah thing.
Hmm.
Opium can be smoked, intravenously injected, or taken in pill form. It's also abused in combination with other drugs. Oh, there's a type of marijuana called Buddha that is spiked with opium.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Don't mind if I do.
Yum.
Then what happened?
Ting said that Awu had offended the god of fire, and then he kicked everyone out of the room. That very night, Awu got sick and lost his voice.
I had a nightmare. Whenever I closed my eyes, I saw the statue staring at me.
If the foreman hadn't begged the gods for forgiveness on Alu's behalf eventually... I'm afraid he wouldn't be even be able to speak now.
Could you?
Mister, please forgive us, but we really can't say any more.
So he was like experiencing opium then? He just had a bad trip then?
Seems like it. And I think the reason why these guys were affected afterwards is because opium got in the air.
Yeah.
They inhaled some of it. We should get back to work.
Ominous statue.
Shen, from the state of those two workers, they don't appear to be lying. Could it be that the shrine really unleashed its powers?
Food, do you know of any gas that smells of gunpowder and could harm the respiratory tract? Oh yeah, gunpowder.
So you think there was something off about the smoke, Shen? The smell of gunpowder usually appears after a firecracker is set off. He had fireworks in there?
No, my fireworks! The firearms made in Hangyang are quite famous, though. Fu, gunpowder doesn't cause a hoarseness of the voice, does it?
Generally, it doesn't. Shen, how about I give the shrine a kick as well? Let's piss off the gods.
There's no harm in trying.
I'd prefer not to. What if there actually was a god?
I was joking, bro.
What if God is real?
Nothing to talk about with you. What about you, Hosiu Suedemuyu? No. Anything else to investigate around here? Hey Vu, how you doing?
Oh shit, they got morphine from poppies too. I knew opium was from poppies, but they extract morphine from the latex.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's good
the
to know.
Morphogenetic fields.
I love me my
They're
morphine.
poppy fields. It goes full circle.
I love me my morphine, Courtney. There we go.
What game is that from?
Eleanor.
Oh yeah, of course.
Anything new to investigate around here? Leech and High? Do
The
you have
tarp
anything
is
new?
off the coal. Oh no, wait, it was the top was further to the right.
What do we do now? I feel like we've looked at everything we can.
Don't know. I don't think. Yeah, go to the right on the first floor again. I feel like we've missed some stuff.
I tried going right,
What's
but
that door?
the door was being blocked. Oh, I can talk to him. Okay.
Mr. Patrolman, why is this door locked?
Oh my god, that is an evil-looking dude. What does that have to do with
Never
you?
mind this. Yeah.
So we were entrusted by the Administrator Lee to investigate the Foreman Ting case. Oh, so it's Mr. Detective. Then of course I'd have to help you out.
With his hair away from his face like that, he reminds me of Lila.
He does kind of look, he's got that look to him. However, this room is impure.
Impure?
Most ominous. Everyone knows deep down how Foreman Ting died. Beware of the shrine in the room.
We're not scared. Let us in to have a look.
Thank you for your
Is
trouble,
he-
sir.
This is like an auspicious remake of Scooby-Doo.
What the fuck? This guy's freaking me out.
Mr. Patrolman, why haven't you opened the doors yet?
It really stresses me out having to help you open these doors.
We need to complete investigations today, so we're short on time.
Oh my, thinking about opening the door is making my head ache. Could I ask you for your help?
What the hell is this guy's game?
He's freaking me out. Maybe he's high.
How can we help?
I just heard a crisp, pleasant sound ringing out from you two. Could you lend me a hand to refresh my memory? Something with a crisp... Oh, he wants us to pay him?
Money.
Afu, hand it over to him. Fuck that, call the boss over.
We gave him all our payment?
This is obstruction of justice. Have this man beaten and thrown in lava. Have him hunted by a tiger.
Have this man evaporated.
This sound is so enlightening to me, most auspicious. Fucking dick. Whoa.
Huh? Shen, although this is just an ordinary statue, after hearing all those rumors, looking at it gives me the chills. It's almost as if Grandma Ganjang and Grandma Moye were watching me.
Who the fuck is that?
Who allowed you to just come in here? Who just said that?
Scared.
Who do you think?
Is that Grandma?
Is that Grandma?
Who are you?
Yeah, she was in the flashback earlier. I noticed her.
Oh, was she? I didn't...
Yeah, it was like lady.
Young lady, please stop playing tricks. Oh, she pretty. What do you want to do?
I can.
Go for
Who's
it.
playing tricks? If you weren't trying to tease people, why are the lights off? I just finished investigating and was about to leave. You were the one who came in unexpectedly. She's investigating too? We have a rival?
Hmm.
What's wrong? Were you scared, kiddo? No, I wasn't.
I was very brave.
Oh, really? Then who did you just call Grandma? What are you calling Grandma?
Shen, let's kill her.
Shen, throw her in the steel. Let's begin investigating. Investigate? Investigate what? The falling incident this morning?
No, the fucking the cleanliness of this room. What do you think?
Yep. Deputy Administrator Lee invited us here specially. What? He promised he'd give me exclusive coverage. Which newspaper do you work for? She's a journalist.
Oh no, a lot of heart. Miss, this is a misunderstanding. I'm Shen Changping, a detective. This is my assistant, Tafu.
Oh, so you're detectives. I'm Wen Ko Sin, a journalist for the Shanghai News. Ugh, words. However, I don't think there's any chance for Mr. Detective to show off this case anymore. What do you mean? I'm just about to uncover the truth. Even the headline for tomorrow's paper is drawn up. Exclusive coverage, the whole story of the falling incident at the Hanyang Ironworks.
Well, in that case, would you be willing to share your clues to the that you possess, Miss Wen?
It's fine if you want information, but you'll have to offer me something useful in return.
Alright, Afu, just start listing off facts.
I'm an expert in science, and Shen is skilled in deduction. Is this enough? Physics is useful. It'll supply some theoretical knowledge from my
Oh, it did work.
articles. I'm a nerd. Does that help?
Yes, it does, buddy. What's she talking about? Genzai studies, science. Genzi, or the investigation of things to extend knowledge, originates from the phrase in the Great Learning. To extend knowledge to the utmost, one must investigate the principles of things. It refers to acquiring knowledge through the exploration of nature of things. In the late Jing dynasty, Genzi studies broadly encompassed disciplines such as mathematics, physics, chemistry, and biology. In 1875, Shanghai Polytechnic Institution, an early institution for cultivating scientific talent in China, was established. The following year, British scholar John Fryer and Chinese student Zhu Xiao founded the Chinese scientific journal, the Chinese Scientific Magazine, facilitating the spread of scientific knowledge in China. Hey. Miss Wen, why are you here at the ironworks?
The ironworks is just won orders from the Zhengtai Railway and the Canton Hankow Railway. However, its products were said to have quality problems. It's at the center of a storm.
Yeah, imagine getting commissioned by 2 different railways and you're like, oh, this shit is ass! There's too much phosphorus in here.
Oh, they're phosphoring all over our railroads.
By the end of the Qing dynasty, the Qing government gradually became to accept railways despite them being a foreign product. The Canton Hankow Railway, stretching for more than 1,000 kilometers and taking 36 years to construct, is one of the longest railways that took the most time to establish. The Zhengtai Railway in game, also known as the Shitai Railway, refers to the railway line from Xiaxing to Taiyuan, most of which was designed and built by Chinese himself. It's worth mentioning that the railway constructed in the late Qing dynasty formed the basic framework of China's railways.
Shakazing. My journalist's intuition tells me that there's an opening for a story here. Former glory gone, Henyang Ironworks endures hardship. A news report like this.
That's awesome!
The title alone already sounds interesting. Yet I was halfway done with my draft when this happened. So now you're planning to write about Foreman Ting's falling incident.
I think this lady is the main character of the DLC that's coming up with the magician lady. If I recall. From what I saw, like, before.
Okay. We're following her on a story?
I guess so, yeah.
I'm sorry for what happened, but this is definitely a better story. He's not wrong there.
What were you doing at the time of the incident, Miss Wen?
I was originally planning to take some photos of the factory floor this morning. When I got to the factory floor, I ran into Mr. Lee. He wanted to show me the new metal mixer.
Hey,
He was
check
the
this
guest he
out!
was showing around.
Watch it, it cooks real good!
It mixes the metal real well. Like if you hear that there's a journalist here to like write a story about why your steel is shitty, you would probably be like, I gotta show her that it's good, but it's not actually.
No, I like to imagine it's like, oh, I'm here to see your mixer. Here, check this out. The fucking victim dives into the fucking molten lava.
Watch this shit.
So what'd you think? Pretty cool, huh?
It wasn't long after we left the factory floor that we heard an explosion and we hurried back.
Miss Wen, did you arrange the rope barrier at the site of the incident?
That's right. If the site is damaged in any way, the news report might be inaccurate.
This measure was immensely helpful to the investigation.
Well, of course, I'm a senior reporter. Miss Wen, what's the truth that you discovered? You want me to just give you the answers? You'll know soon enough.
Hate you.
Yeah, I do hate it when stories do that. Oh, we're not just gonna give you the answer. You gotta
Yeah.
figure it
At
out.
least she's I guess I'm less mad about it if they're a reporter, because then it would make sense of them trying to keep it close to their chest and go report it, you know? At least there's some reason
Yeah.
for it.
Well, I mean, she's still got the first scoop on this place, even if we solve the mystery. I feel like if we solve the crime, that would be even better for her article.
Be like hero detective solves a crime.
But it's getting late. I still need to go to the metal casting platform to get my camera. Excuse me. Don't forget our promise. Huh?
You didn't tell us anything, though.
Jen, let's start investigating the site as well. We can't lose to Miss Wen. We're not competing.
It's not a competition. It's only about the truth, not about winning or losing. Well, fuck it, I want to win still.
I still don't like seeing her so pleased with herself.
Okay, that just looked out. The shrine is dedicated to the statue of Ganjiang and Mo Ye. The shrine is made of rosewood, also holds an incense burner and 2 candlesticks. A copper incense burner with 3 sticks of incense placed vertically. Would there be any other way to place incense?
Yeah, you can do it horizontally. If you have, raised area that lifts it off the wood.
I guess so, yeah. The desk is clean, but the inkstone is covered with dust. It hasn't been used in a long time. That's very concerning that the foreman hasn't made anything in a while that dust is forming on his tools.
Yeah, he was going through some tough times. I think they're trying to give us the impression that he might have actually just killed himself.
Yeah. Blueprints of the imported furnace are under the paperweight, also documents in a foreign language.
These papers are covered in handwritten notes. It seems like Foreman Ting put in a lot of work.
Could a craftsman who studies technology and reads foreign documents be superstitious?
That's hard to say. My idol, Mr. Newton, was a devout follower of theology in his old age. Yeah, he was very religious. That's one of the cool things about Isaac Newton.
Was he actually really religious?
Yeah, he believed that the universe was created very deliberately by God. He had this idea of God as like a great clockmaker who made everything like orderly and so that it would perform ad nauseum until the end of time, like perfectly. He's like a great machinist.
Really? That's fascinating. I wasn't aware of his religious beliefs. That's actually really interesting.
And that's why he believed that there must be a reason for everything. Like there's intent in everything we see. Like nobody before him had ever really even thought about why we don't just float around.
So I guess in a sense he was right that everything is kind of working in like clockwork, but just not in the way he assumed, I imagine.
I mean, can you prove that God didn't create the universe to be the way that it is?
Of course, yeah. We should record the condition of the desk first. Yeah. Hasn't been doing like jack shit in here. Oh, the employee handbook here.
Code of practice rule number 1. Leaving without permission during work hours is prohibited. Rule number 2. Name badges must be hung on the board during work hours. Rule number 3. All of the materials used in production shall be managed by the foreman. Rule number 4. Those who are absent from work will be fined 7 days in wages.
Gee, oh my god!
If you forgot to hang your name badge, it would count as skipping work. That's so strict.
That's pretty rough.
So even if you were here, if you forgot to hang up your name tag before you clocked in, they would still be like, nope, 7
Nope.
days of wages, please.
Whoa.
Shen, there's a western wall clock there. The engravings say that this was a gift from the Wuhan Chamber of Commerce for water transport.
Huh. That was nice of them.
Here's a board made of copper with several rows of hooks on it. Looks like workers need to hang their name badges on this board when they're on duty. Shen, this is the power plan for the factory floor. The map looks quite new. It was probably put up not long ago.
A working drawing
That's
of...
not me.
It's fine. Doesn't matter who says it. A working drawing of open hearth furnace is pasted right behind it.
Shen, Miss Wen mentioned going to the metal casting platform to get her camera back. Could it be that she caught something shocking on the camera?
I need to go to the metal casting platform to speak with those who witnessed the incident.
The dock is right outside these doors.
We'll go out after we finish investigating this case. Let's think.
Do you mind if we end it after we finish this room? I know it's a little short, but I'm tired
That's
and I
fine.
have work early tomorrow.
Yeah, we're nearly at like 2 hours anyways. That's fine by me. Judging from the previous investigation, Foreman Ting was obsessed with steelmaking technology. Well, then again, all oddities related to the shrine also indicate that he was worshipping a statue.
Maybe he was just too focused on achieving success. That's why he decided to go to extremes.
Or perhaps the statue holds a different meaning for him. Interesting.
Opium.
I love drugs so much, they make me happy. Yeah, just... Yeah, alright, well, we'll end it this time. Thank you all for whoever stopped by and watched. We'll be back on, probably Sunday to, continue this. Yeah, if you,
I'm
mayhaps.
closing Sunday. We could, as long as you're okay with starting later, we could.
That's fine by me. And if not that, then I'll maybe stream Disco Elysium on Sunday instead. But regardless,
Wait, are you doing Hell Hands Sunday?
You're right, I am. Then maybe Saturday then. Maybe this upcoming Saturday I'll do it. Well, no, I'll be at the... You know, fuck you. You know, it'll be live when it says I live. It's live, okay?
Yeah, we'll yang our shit sooner or later. It doesn't really matter when.
Get out of my business. Thank you for watching, though. Yeah, but hope to see you next stream, and stay creepy, cultists.